Welcome back to the GFL. You know me, I'm Stephen B. And tonight,
it's the NFL on EA Sports, where we'll see who's better, Houston's former team or its current. It's the Houston Texans and the Tennessee Titans, and it's coming up next on Madden Football.
Well, it may be a bit soggy, but that certainly hasn't deterred this fan base. A great crowd on hand to battle the raindrops at Nissan Stadium in Nashville. Today, it's an intra-division matchup in the AFC South, as it'll be the Houston Texans taking on the Tennessee Titans. Welcome again, everybody, with Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gunn, and yes, the rain is falling now, and it is supposed to continue to fall throughout this game. So how do you think that will impact this contest?
Well, first and foremost, both quarterbacks are going to make sure the officials have those dry footballs coming in each and every play and standing over them sometimes with a towel before the center gets up there to snap it. Second thing is the focus of all the guys who handle the football. Do they wear gloves? Do they take them off? Will they carry the ball high and tight to make sure they have good ball security? That's paramount in a game like this.
Set to go now on a wet and rainy afternoon. And off we go from Nashville. This taken in right around the goal line. And he won't get this to the 20-yard line as he's down at the 19. So out come the Texans for their opening drive. And they will be led out by their 6'3" quarterback.
I tell you what, when he's on schedule for that week, secondaries take notice because you've got to stay alert back there on every snap. A truly powerful arm, one that's capable of challenging any level of the defense on any given play. That's why so many scouts preach arm talent when preparing for the NFL draft. A quarterback with arm strength to make every throw in the book, he's an asset to have in any offense.
And he's taken down, but able to slip across the 35. 17 yards on the game's opening play and a quick first down.
Well, this defense certainly knows they're going to have their hands full trying to slow down this passing game. Here's an example on the very first play from scrimmage. I think we'll see some different looks, maybe some pressure from different places, but it didn't work there, and it's a quick first down.
Stroud. And that is incomplete. He couldn't hold on through the contact. Brings up second down.
They certainly thought he had an open look beyond the first down marker to his receiver, but they just couldn't connect, and that will send them back to the drawing board.
Here's 2nd and 10. Back to throw. Here's Stroud. His throw incomplete.
We talk all the time about playmakers on offense, but let's face it, there are plenty of playmakers on defense too. I think we just saw an example of one, didn't we? Not force that incompletion.
Yeah, he's a great corner. They got a couple of them on that side of the football. So back-to-back incompletions, and that has him staring at a 3rd and 10. Stroud will look to throw once more. Work in the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete. And he's going to have another first down as the tackle's made at the Titans' 40. That's a 3rd down conversion of 24 yards there. Nice play.
Well, I think when they look at their offense, they think to themselves, weapons, weapons everywhere, and they want to move the ball around. They want to spread it to different people, but you absolutely know they want to get this man involved as well, and that's what they just did on that play.
So operating from Tennessee territory now. Here's 1st and 10, right at the 40. A shotgun snap to Stroud. He'll get this into the hands of Nico Collins. And he's going to get this inside the 30. Another nice gain, 13 yards that time, and another first down. That early game script that they drew up is working pretty well here on this first drive. Already in field goal range, Charles knocking on the door of the red zone.
You know, Brandon, when we met with the coaching staff, they kind of predicted that they would come out firing like this. I think you and I were a little skeptical it would be this easy, but they certainly knew what they were doing in scouting, in preparation, and understanding what their team was capable of. They had their backs up against the wall a little bit, and they come through by forcing an incompletion. Now they've got to continue to ratchet up the intensity a couple more times and get off the field before giving up any more yardage.
Our first carry here for Joe Mixon. And not much of a hole there as he gets it down to about the 24-yard line. They'll get only 3 there, so it leaves him with a 3rd and 7 ahead. Pretty good little 2-play sequence there. You force the incompletion, then a very short pickup.
Yeah, now maybe you bring in an extra defensive back or two because you want to try and defend on 3rd down. They like to play those nickel or sub packages, don't they?
Stroud on 3rd down now. They'll set up the screen here to Mixon. And they've got it inside the 10 at the 8. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal.
And when you're throwing the ball downfield really well like they have been on this drive, it's really a nice time to work one of the screen plays in. One of my favorite play callers in the game has always told me he starts every game with 10 to 12 screens because if he starts feeling the pressure from the defense, he uses their aggressiveness against them.
1st and goal, a chance for an early statement here on the road. Throwing now is Stroud. To the goal line, but it's incomplete.
Well, that play there was certainly a scouting report special because coverage was all too aware that this close to the end zone, he's going to become a bigger weapon for that offense, and they were there to help force the incompletion.
Nothing on 1st down, so the ball remains at the 8-yard line, 2nd and goal. They go back to the ground now with Mixon. And he'll work his way closer to the goal line as he's got 5 down to the 3. Driven it down the field nicely here on the opening drive, and now it's put up or shut up.
No doubt about it, because to make that type of a drive and ultimately kick a field goal would feel very disappointing. But I'm just wondering, is the head coach thinking, is this 4-down territory? Might he go for it?
3rd and goal, Stroud. And got his man. It's caught. Touchdown, Houston. Nico Collins from 3 yards out. And the Texans are on the board first here this afternoon. Those are the drives that prove a lot. You got a rookie quarterback, Charles. You're on the road, takes him down, throws the touchdown pass.
And in a game like this, with, as you described, a rookie quarterback, the team usually says, okay, we got to take care of this guy. We got to protect him. But when he goes out and plays like this on the first drive on the road, he doesn't have to say, I'm here to be your leader. They just need to follow him.
A good hold in these wet conditions. The point after is up and good, and it's now a 7-0 game. So after the touchdown, here's Fairbairn now to kick it away. And they will wrangle him down a couple yards shy of the 30. So the Titans set to go to work for the first time. And a glance here at the man calling the plays under center, their 6'4" quarterback.
For every rookie prospect, there are always nerves involved in this moment. Running your team out to start a game. But there's a reason they brought him in. We're willing to make him their starter today. They believe he can overcome those nerves and lead his team to a victory. We saw him do it at the collegiate level and really make himself into a leader and someone you can envision doing the exact same thing here in the NFL.
That's Foley Fadukasi who got in there and finished off the play. Well, the very first thing they told us, Charles, was we need to apply pressure early, and I would call that early pressure a nice sack to start the game.
And on the other sideline, I just have this image in my mind of the head coach on the headset with the offensive coordinator asking him if that's exactly what he saw in his mind when he called that play. And it's, is it going to be like this all day? That's a tough one right there. I guess we got a good idea about what the game plan is for attacking the secondary. No beating around the bush with this crew. His first throw of the game is a deep shot, and it connects. That's a tendency breaker right there because normally you build up to the big shot, but not in this case.
So the big play gets him across midfield now for 1st and 10. Working from the gun, here's Levis. And that one to the right side and incomplete.
I like what they tried to do there. They didn't get a completed pass downfield, but they came off of a momentum play. Big-time gain on the previous snap. Came right back and threw one deep, hoping to catch them on their heels.
2nd and 10. They run it for the first time with Tony Pollard. And this winds up a pickup of 2, maybe 2.5 to about the 39.
And the big fella stuffed that one up in a big way. I think doubling him has to be a priority because you can't move up to the next level if you don't take care of him first.
First down marker at the 31. It's 3rd down. Now Levis. Able to find the open man. That's complete. And he's going to be taken down with another first down as the stop's made at the Texans' 29-yard line. After one, 7-0 on EA Sports. Ready for the second quarter from Tennessee, and it's the homestanding Titans in possession as they've got it with a 1st and 10. He finds his man, Pollard. And finally down he goes as they work it inside the 10 to the 7. A well-executed 22-yard gain.
Just picking up yardage in bunches here these last few plays. They have moved right down the field, and just like that, they're going to be set up for the 1st and goal.
1st and goal, and a chance to get that initial touchdown right back. Levis sets up to throw here. Oh, this is going to be caught along the sidelines. Probably shouldn't have been caught. He's going to lose yardage there. It'll go as a loss on the play. Not what you need down here. It's going to be 2nd and goal.
9-yard line.
They run straight ahead here with Pollard. And nowhere to run on the interior of that defensive line. He'll get back only to the line of scrimmage. Calling no gain that time, and now it's 3rd and goal. So stuff for no gain on 2nd down brings up a pretty interesting 3rd from this distance.
I'm throwing the ball, and I'm not even thinking about play pass. I'm going to let them know right away I'm throwing it, but I'm probably giving my quarterback some room, sprint him out to one side or the other, and give him an opportunity. If it breaks down, he can take off and run for it.
Give him 8 yards that time on the scramble, and now 4th down.
That looked great when he first took off because, in my mind, there was room to run, and he had the marker in his sight. But I certainly didn't expect him to close so quickly, and neither did he. They got to him just in time, and now that forced him to make a decision with this 4th down call.
They'll run for it with Pollard. And he didn't get there. Knocked backwards to the 2-yard line. They stop him up short on 4th and goal from the 1. And this Texans defense comes up with a goal line stand. A chance to get some momentum here in the 2nd quarter, getting their first trip into the red zone, but unable to get it across.
And if I'm the head coach, sure you feel some disappointment, maybe a little bit of deflation there because you didn't get it in, but I'm going straight to rah-rah mode. All right, guys, we didn't get it this time. It's only the 2nd quarter. We'll be back. Let's get it later on. I want to keep this team up. I want them to feel like they've let...
And he's free going down the left side. It's a foot race. And they're going to get this beyond the 40 before he's taken down. 47 yards rushing for him now on just his first 3 carries. They were probably just looking for a couple yards of breathing room, snapping the ball at their own 2. Well, they got a lot of breathing room.
And even knowing that offenses are as aggressive as they are now in the NFL, you still expect them to run the football in that situation. Why weren't they ready? Instead, it turns into a monster game and gets them way from the shadow of their own end zone.
And between the last 2 plays, they moved it over half the length of the football field.
But normally you see 3 tight ends in a formation, you have to think to yourself, this has got to be a run. And I know as a safety, when I saw that, I took an extra step or 2 towards the line of scrimmage. Instead, they threw the ball, and he found one of those tight ends for a very nice pickup.
And they'll get him down after a pickup of 8, 2nd and 2.
It's a gain of 8. Brings up 2nd and 2.
2 minutes on the clock, 2nd quarter, 7-0 ball game. From the 38 now, here's 2nd and 2. Now Stroud. To the right side and caught by Dell. 2 yards, good enough for a first.
A little football 101 there. You just see the receiver try to run down the defender, meaning he goes right at him, and really trying to move him a little bit towards the center of the field so he can put his foot in the ground and break to the out, to the sideline, and make a catch.
Stroud to the air on 1st and 10. And he'll protect himself at the end here as he winds up getting pretty decent yardage. The improv on the scramble there gets him 6, and it'll be 2nd down.
Certainly not the way they drew it up in the playbook, but that's why they love this guy back there. He sees things breaking down, and he's more than capable of finding an escape route and still getting a decent gain.
Stroud working out of the gun. That's complete. It's Collins. Touchdown, Texans! Nico Collins with his 2nd touchdown here in this first half. And the Texans will extend their lead in the final minute of the half.
And that's certainly an important score right there because they gave themselves a 2-score cushion heading towards halftime. Now you got to force the other team out of their comfort zone, and it changes the way you approach the 2nd half as well. How you want to do things on offense, and your defense feels much better too, having that lead.
On for the PAT, Kaimi Fairbairn. And it's good to make it 14-0. A drive that time of 6 plays. And it was Nico Collins who finished it off with a touchdown reception. So after the touchdown, here's Fairbairn now to kick it away. And he'll be stopped up at the 25. The Titans going to go back on offense here late in this first half. And with a little under a minute remaining, they may try to put something together here just to try to cut into that deficit. Levis now on 1st and 10. Gets this to the former Texan, DeAndre Hopkins. The Titans going to use the first of their timeouts as the clock shows 50 seconds to play here in half number 1. Maybe a good spot to take a shot. Here's 2nd and a yard from the 34. Levis looking to throw. And his throw's going to be incomplete. Some of the fans here don't seem too happy about what we've seen in this first half.
No, not at all, and I understand why. They've looked lethargic, out of sync, and it shows on the scoreboard.
They tried the throw on 2nd down, unsuccessful. Now it's 3rd and 1. Levis out of the shotgun now. Oh, he had him. He was open, but he couldn't get it to him. It's incomplete.
Well, they've moved the ball okay here in these first 2 drives, but this one's going to, again, amount to nothing. They've got to start dialing up some plays that allow them to finish drives with points.
On 4th down, Ryan Stonehouse on to punt. Desmond King deep for Houston. And a fair catch signaled for and taken successfully. It'll wind up just a 35-yard punt, no return. And the Texans will take over. On 1st down, here's Stroud. There's Stephon Diggs for the catch on the slant. Now the Texans will burn the first of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 35 seconds to go in quarter number 2. Now 2nd and 3. Stroud to throw it. Over the middle, he gets it to Collins. Now the Texans will use one of their 2 remaining timeouts as they'll stop it with a little over 30 seconds to go in the first half of play. Now they'll throw it with Stroud here, 1st and 10. This goes out wide for Mixon. Able to corral him right at the midfield stripe following that sparkling display of footwork we saw. The Texans going to signal for their 3rd and final timeout as the clock will stop with 21 seconds to go here in the first half. Second down and 3. From the midfield stripe, they'll look to throw. And that is incomplete. Down to 15 seconds now.
Not only did he have a chance to scan the field there, it felt like he had a chance to scan it twice. The protection was that good. Unfortunately for him, the coverage downfield, equally good.
So the incomplete pass on the last play, and that leads us to a 3rd and 3. The throwing again is Stroud. And that one too wide and incomplete.
Nice call by the defense there on 3rd down. Just flood the field with extra defensive backs in their dime package. Nowhere to go with the football. Forces the incompletion.
Here's Tommy Townsend on to punt. They'll get off a fairly short kick here as this is toward the sideline. No returning this one. It sails out of bounds, and they'll spot it right at the 20. And with time running short here, they'll simply take a knee, and that should do it for half number one. So we come upon halftime with our score 14-0. As we'll head down to Orlando, that's where we find our man Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach.
Welcome, everyone. I'm your host, Jay. This is the GFL Halftime Show. Thanks for joining us, and welcome to the live GFL Halftime Show. It's another great night for football, and we've got a great game here tonight. It's currently halftime, and both teams are in the locker room. Both coaches are in the back making adjustments right now. Time will tell if that can help them coming out to the second half. There's still a lot of football left to be played, and anything can still happen. Thanks for joining us for the GFL Halftime Show. The second half kickoff is next. I'll see you next time.
All right, Brandon, back to you two in just a bit. But first, welcome everyone to downtown Orlando and our EA Sports Halftime Report. The highlights are fairly one-sided to this point. It's a 2-touchdown difference here at the break, but I wouldn't call this one over just yet. I think there could still be some fireworks yet to come.
Okay, Coach, thanks as always to you and the gang in Orlando as we welcome everyone back in for quarter number 3. Forecast calling for more of the same. The rain set to continue as we are underway in the second half. And makes it across the 20 as his guys will set up shop at the 23-yard line. The Titans getting set to go here to begin the third quarter. Charles, it'll be interesting to see what adjustments this offense made in the locker room. Haven't really been able to get anything going offensively, virtually nothing in the ground attack either. So certainly something has to change here in quarter 3.
And I'm pretty sure their friends from the defensive side of the ball told them exactly that, because those guys, the stop troops, they've been playing pretty well. They've kept them around in this game. Now they've got some time. The running game struggled in the first half. Opposition knows how to focus on defending the pass here. They've got to re-energize that ground game and maybe open things up for a comeback here in this half.
Well, they go play action. Here's Levis. Throw left side is complete on the diving effort. And able to get this one across the 45 before he brought down. He was held without a catch in the first half, but he's got one here, and he also picks up a first down.
I know that rookie quarterbacks have to earn veteran receivers' trust. Maybe we saw that on that play with that type of effort, huh?
Yeah, helping out the rook with a heck of a catch. First and 10, here's Levis. And it's complete, right back to Ridley. And he's brought down. 12 more yards for him there. It's a first down.
A couple of first downs right in succession, and this is an offense that can really use a good drive, and they're off to a fast start here.
Still in search of their first touchdown of the game, but they're on the move. First and 10. Back to throw, it's Levis. And his throw here is incomplete.
Certainly looked like someone was very confident in his ability to fit that one in. I would say he was overconfident because there wasn't a whole lot of separation there. Had that one covered pretty well downfield and knocked it away.
Second 10 coming up here in Nashville. Third quarter action. Pollard will take it up the gut. And he's going to be close to a first down as the tackle is made at the Texans' 33. That'll leave them with a 3rd and 2 coming up. They got 8 yards there.
This drive is turning into an extended one, and the guy carrying the ball, he's becoming more like a body blows guy. Every carry is putting some damage on the defense. So after a while, I'm not too sure how many guys are going to want to run up and tackle him.
And he is caught. And he'll be taken down, but he does have first down yardage. A strong 8 yards will keep this drive rolling. I don't know what they talked about at halftime. Whatever it was, it worked. They look like a different team here in the third quarter.
Yeah, I doubt that there are very many trash cans that got kicked over that type of a speech. I think what they did was they analyzed what worked in the first half, what didn't, and figured out a better game plan.
On first down, Levis. To the sideline, and that is a heck of a catch as he was able to get both feet in. The end result, 21 yards.
It's taken a while for this offense to get going. A little creaky at the start, but they're oiled up now. A nice throw there, and they're really putting together a good drive.
First and goal, and they got to be thinking a chance to get right back into this football game. Now, here's a look for the end zone, but that one's going to wind up incomplete.
With a rookie quarterback out there, you're definitely going to find out how he handles adversity because this one so far hasn't gone according to plan. He's got to fight through it and show him what he's made of.
They'll go again from the 3 here on second and goal. Levis back to throw. And this throw a bit late as he couldn't reach back for it.
All right, Captain. It's batten down the hatches time defensively. Dodged 2 pass attempts to the end zone. Now what do you think they're going to try and dial up on 3rd and goal?
Well, knowing them and knowing what we just seen, I think they're throwing it again, don't you?
I think you have to. I think in this situation, you've kind of run out of your running plays. Fire another one into the end zone.
3rd and goal. Here's Levis. And that will be incomplete as well. Boy, such a good drive. You'd hate to have it end in 3. Do you think about going for it?
Absolutely. I mean, the fact that they've moved the ball so well should lead you to the decision that maybe we should go for it right here. Also, as a head coach, show some confidence in your team. Let them know you think they can go get it.
Oh, they pitch to the tight end. It's a fake. They pass up the 3, fake it. It doesn't work. And this shutout is going to continue as the defense holds again.
Well, I like the chutzpah there, right? They decided to go ahead and fake it and try and pick up a first down. But how about how they executed defensively and smothered that one? I know back from my time frame, everyone has responsibilities, even rushing on a field goal attempt. You've got the tight end, you've got the wing back, you might have the guy out of the backfield. But they executed that well. They really stuck to what they needed to do.
It wasn't just 11 guys trying to block it. They were ready. They got it done.
And now we get into the psychology of the whole thing because a lot of teams with a 2-score lead in the 3rd quarter, they almost become defensive with their offense, just playing not to lose. I think with this team, you got to figure at this point, this is a great spot for them to go into attack mode, really try and put the hammer down, and finish this one off.
But now a throw on first down there, but it's incomplete.
I think he's got to be careful not to force anything into coverage right there. There weren't really any throwing lanes, but the best part for him, he's got second and third down to fall back on.
Now a 2nd and 10. Stroud. And that falls to the ground, incomplete. A nice job of bodying him up defensively, and now it brings up third down.
As his old brain remembers, when I see 5 wide receivers on the field as a defender, I know the ball's coming out high. They expected it and got there and popped it free.
Now they face a 3rd and 10 after back-to-back incompletions. This is Mixon on the draw, and they're going to get him down well short of the first as he can only get this to about the 19. It'll be a 2-yard gain, and it'll be 4th down.
This is what happens sometimes when you abandon the running game. It's hard to get back to it because once guys get out of that mentality of firing out and hitting people, hard to get them started again occasionally.
The Texans send the punter out as he'll punt it away for the 2nd time. 33 yards is the distance on the punt there, and it'll be Titan football. And here comes Tennessee as they get set to take the field. And, Charles, they're certainly still right in this game, but they need that offense to wake up and in a hurry.
Yeah, I like the way you put it. They certainly did seem to sleepwalk a bit in the first half. Now that their defense has done its job, it's their turn now to go out and try and get some points.
Give him a couple on the carry there, 2nd and 8.
Well, they still have time to get him established, but in my estimation, they've got to pick up the urgency here. They've got to get quickly in and out of the huddle and run off a bunch more plays.
This is 2nd and 8. Pollard gets it off the option. Stiff-armed it. And he gets it inside the 35 and just shy of the 30. Three-quarters have come and gone. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. Back now in Nashville. It's Titan football here as they trail to begin the 4th quarter. Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10. Here's Levis. And he short arms that one just a bit. It's low and incomplete.
Had an open man that time and ended up putting a little too much heat on it, don't you think, partner?
Absolutely. Just needed a touch more air under it. Instead, he fired an absolute bullet. Line of scrimmage, the 31 as they line up 2nd and 10. Levis sets up to throw here. And his throw is incomplete. A misconnection there. He's hit on just 50% of his passes thus far. That's not where you want to be.
Now you see the evolution of the game. You go back to the quarterbacks of old, 50% would be terrific because they threw the ball downfield almost every time they threw it. Now with the short passing game, you should be above 60% just to be in the average range.
Levis on 3rd down. It's caught in the end zone. Touchdown, Tennessee. Calvin Ridley, 31 yards. And the Titans are finally on the board here in the 4th quarter. Well, with this rookie QB, we talk a lot about his ball placement and how good he can be at laying it right in there. I think we just saw, Charles, though, the strength of that arm. That was an absolute rifle for the completed touchdown.
It absolutely was, and let's face it, you think he was really ready to get that first touchdown? Absolutely. He threw that pass with authority, just as you described. Big-time arm right there, and let's face it, a lot of quarterbacks just be pitchers in baseball. The fastball was usually their best pitch, and we saw it there.
Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. take it at about the 1. And he'll take it up past the 25 to the 26-yard line. Houston set to take over. They've been asleep for a little while on this side of the football, Charles, and the score is just a one-score game now. Haven't had any points this half. What gives?
Let's go old school here. All right, let's get back to the basics. Get back to running the football, high percentage throws. Find the guys that eat pressure and make plays for you and make sure they touch it.
He shook his head right when he released that throw. He knew it was going to be a little off target.
Yeah, the excitement got him on that one. Wasn't able to control the fact the receiver was open, and it would have been an easy throw.
So after the incompletion on first, now 2nd and 10. Stroud looking to throw. They'll set up the screen here to mix it. And they're able to get this one across the 35. A pickup of 11 and a Texans first down.
And when you have success throwing the football, the old cliche becomes true. The playbook opens up wide, and these screen passes, they become even more difficult to stop.
So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. Now it's Mixon running right. He'll take it past the 40 to the 41, 2nd down. At this stage of the game, with the score where it is, the key here is stay in bounds, and he did just that. Not by a huge margin, but he stayed in.
And those come up in what we like to call winning edge meetings. The things that you have to do, late game situations, kicking situations, doesn't matter what it is, the things you have to do to win a game, and that comes up in that meeting, then you practice it, they've got to be happy to see it executed, being able to stay in bounds and work the clock.
The crowd's not doing that O-line any favors.
Home field advantage is really kicking in, making it very difficult for them to hear the snap count.
And that false start penalty certainly not helping their cause here. 2nd down and long. And Stroud now to throw. To the sideline and incomplete.
That incompletion certainly makes this upcoming 3rd down a little bit more crucial. They need to find the right play to convert here and maybe start to tamp down a little bit of momentum. The other side is starting to gain.
Possibly a turning point. Big play coming. This is 3rd and long. Stroud out of the gun here. Throw out wide is incomplete. Critical play in this football game because if they pick up the first down, that clock keeps rolling.
Has to be a little frustrating for them because they know that they pick up a first down there and continue to eat away at the clock, really increases their chances of closing this one out. Now they're likely to have to give the football up and sweat it out on the sideline.
On is the punter Townsend as he gets this one away. The call for a fair catch, and it's made at about the 23-yard line. 37 yards on the punt with no return. And out will come the offense as they take over. Flag comes in. This might be a free play. And this one drops incomplete, but I think the defense jumped.
Offside, defense.
And that one was relatively easy to see. I noticed that from up here.
Yeah, it doesn't take a whole lot, does it? Sometimes you get multiples. What I always love on these offsides is when each side points at the other. Hey, you did it. No, you did it. They deciphered that one correctly.
Levis to throw it. Looking left side, and he's got a man. That's Hopkins. And he gets us up across the 35 before he's out of bounds. 8 yards on the pickup there, and it moves the sticks.
I think that's a big pickup for a first down because when you run a drag route against zone, you're sometimes asking for trouble because you might run into a defender.
Yeah, well, there they ran into a first down. Executed it to perfection. Levis to throw on 1st and 10 here. Slinging this out for Pollard. And he's able to get this one out closer to midfield across the 45. And that's good for a pickup of 10 yards. And that'll leave him with a second and just a few inches left. It'll be a handoff to Pollard. And he'll get it down to 47 here. 41 yards rushing now on 8 carries for him so far.
Well, you know they had a third down play on standby just in case, but he says no need with that carry. Runs like that will continually earn him more work in this and future contests.
The drive continues as they search for a tying touchdown. Here's 1st and 10. Levis. Throw right side, caught by Ridley. And he'll go down inside the 45 before going out of bounds.
People worry about throwing the out route because often it can get jumped, and that can turn into either an incompletion or an interception. But not on that one. Everything came together, and he catches it and goes over the sideline.
Here's a 2nd and 7. Now Levis. Quick throw there is incomplete.
I think he's a little trigger happy right there, and it turned into an ill-advised throw into their zone.
We know he has confidence. He'll throw it any place, anytime, anywhere. That time it fell incomplete. Well, the elements, the crowd, the situation, this is NFL football at its best. Here's 3rd down. Levis looking to throw. And he's going to be taken down with another 1st down as the stop's made at the Texans' 30.
Like the design that we're seeing right there. This is what they need. Down by a touchdown here in the 4th. They just need to keep working their way downfield. And when they see openings, take their shots.
Fourth quarter, down to the final 2 minutes, and we've got a one-score game. So the Titans in possession of the football here as we get you reset. They come up on a 1st and 10, desperately needing a score here on what could be their final drive. Meanwhile, Levis is throwing into the hands of Boyd.
That completion helps out in a nice way. Now they can take a little bit more time, but guess what? They got to make sure on their throws that they see it open, not just anticipate it.
Here comes 2nd down at 5. Levis. And his throw is going to be incomplete. So he's unable to complete it there, and just not the game that you would expect from him. He's been off the mark really start to finish.
Yeah, it makes you wonder what exactly is going on. Is he a little bit dinged up here, or is he just off just by a bit? Maybe he can get it back in this situation. He'll need to.
Levis, he'll look to throw it. Throw left sideline there, but it's incomplete.
With that incompletion, reality is staring them right in the face. This entire game is down to the next snap.
Here we go. This is 4th down. Desperation time now. Here's Levis. And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over. They had to go for it with such little time remaining, and this 10-play drive winds up yielding nothing. And that makes him now 0 for 3 on 4th down attempts.
A lot of people would say they're showing a lot of guts going for it this many times on 4th down. I think they'd have to start thinking with their head a little bit more than with their gut and their emotions, because it's not working for them. They've got to figure out what's been going wrong.
The Titans going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll talk things over prior to this upcoming 2nd down play. He's going to get it again. Just looking to get forward and protect the ball. Now Tennessee going to use the 2nd of their timeouts as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. Got an extra defensive back out there for the Titans now here for 3rd down. Here's Stroud. And he can't get a throw away. He's taken down. Now the Titans will use their 3rd and final timeout as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. Texans send the punter out as the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away. So possession goes over here on the punt. And they will take over 1st and 10. So Levis and the Titans now down 14-7. A little over a minute to go. Levis to throw. How will this thing pan out? We'll watch as they come up on 1st down. And he takes this one down almost all the way to the 30.
I got the sense that the defense created a little momentum for him there, didn't they?
Did their job, forced the punt. Now, nice start to the drive. Offense has to do their part.
Yeah, they certainly do, but what a great start for them. And they got to thank the guys on D.
Here's Levis. Got his man complete over the middle. It's Hopkins. And they're working inside the 15-yard line before it's all said and done. He's been quiet all afternoon. He may have just come up with a play of the day right there, though.
Obviously, it's not the volume in what you get done. It's the quality, and that was a quality catch right there.
This offense cannot stop the clock now. No timeouts remaining as they come up here 1st down. Throwing there, but this pass is going to wind up incomplete. And now time for one final play that has to be obviously in the end zone.
Can't wait to see what they call, but you want to get it to your best player. Sometimes you have to do it by formation. Move everyone to one side, and maybe he gets a one-on-one isolated on the backside.
One final try here for Will Levis. And that is going to be incomplete. Boy, they got the tip they were looking for, but couldn't secure it. And this one's over. Partner, what a finish to this one. I mean, this offense, they had it down there inside the red zone, but ultimately couldn't execute that final snap to find the end zone.
Yeah, and they're going to walk away from this one, and you know what's going to go through their heads the entire time until they get to play again. If we could only have that final snap to do over one more time, maybe with a different play call.
That'll do it for us. For Charles Davis and all our hardworking crew, I'm Brandon Gaudin. You've been watching the NFL on EA Sports. For more, find us on Twitter at EA Madden NFL. From Nashville, good night, everybody.